Hey guys, so it's another planting day. So exciting. We had rain the last couple days and all the flowers that I have planted and new perennials that I have planted are just super happy. It was nice to have a little break on Sunday. Sat out on our back porch and watched the rain and read a book and it was just glorious. But now it's time to get back to work and I'm excited to get more things planted. So let's gather all the things that we need. Before we do that, I wanted to show you this. I planted up this black lace elderberry from Proven Winners and it's so pretty. Eventually this will go in my yard, but I'm really planning ahead here. I have potted this up in this black pot that kind of looks like a cauldron and I want it on my porch for Halloween. So I'm hoping it gets pretty good. I wanted it last year and I couldn't find any, so I felt like it was the wrong time of year to buy an elderberry. So I made a note to get one in the spring, pot it up and have it, and then eventually it'll probably go by the creek somewhere, but I'll have it out there. So I'm super excited about that. It looks so cute in here and the blooms. So pretty. I love it. Okay, let's get what we need for what we're planting for today. I need this scavola. Stick it in here. I'm going to plant these. Do a lot of things in the backyard today. These are the Sun Credible and the Sun Credible Saturn sunflowers. Plant those. I want these right here. These are the Senorita Rosalita. Those are going to go next to the sunflowers and I'll show you where everything's going to go here in a second. And then I'm going to grab a few of these. I need to water these too, it looks like. A few of these. Snowdrift. And then I'm going to grab this salvia. These are going to be so happy to These are going to be so happy to get in the ground. I think I know where I'm going to plant that. And then I'm going to grab this Gonfrina that's just dying to get out of here. I'm going to do a lot of in-ground stuff today. Just to add a little more color. I think I'm going to grab this salvia too. I might put it out front. This is the new one. This is the Unplugged White from Proven Winners. There's quite a bit I need to get done. I might have to come back for a second load. Let's start with this and then see how much time we have because I only have like 3 hours to get this done. And then we'll kind of place everything and talk about everything. Okay, so we've got a lot of flowers laid out all throughout the yard. So these are all the in-ground flowers I'm going to do. I will come in here with some bright pink annual dianthus and just pop that in when I'm done putting everything else in its place. Probably won't do that today because I probably won't have time. We'll see. But let's start up here and I'll show you what we're going to plant and where. So over here I have my Lady of Shalott rose. It's my favorite rose. It's like a peachy pink orange. It's so beautiful and it's about ready to bloom. I came in here and I literally cut it all down except for like one branch because it was just out of control. And this year we have about 15 shoots coming out of there. It's insane. It's very vigorous. And I'm glad because I've started training it and I'm really gonna try to wrap it around this trellis. Eventually I do think I'll need something a little bigger, but for right now we're just gonna keep going with this. But as you can see, I've trained it, and as soon as these get a little longer, I'll just keep wrapping them around. I've wrapped this around, this around, this around, and yeah, I'm much happier with it, even though I was a little worried about cutting it back when I did. It's really, really happy. Totally recommend this rose. So right here next to it, I thought it would be really pretty to have these apple blossom geraniums. They have just a hint of pink. They've been in my garage with a little bit of sun. So I think they'll be a little more vibrant in color, I'm hoping. But they're like a pink that go to a white. So I'm just gonna plant these in here to fill up this space. I have a daylily right here. And it looks kind of messy because my tulips, but they're almost done. So I'm going to pop one in here and probably I don't know. I'll just work around these and plant the 3 like right in this area. And I just planted up this boxwood. It does need a little trimming, but there was a blank space here. So it'll be nice to have this area filled in. And I think these will be super cute next to this Lady of Shallot Rose. And then just over here, I'm really excited about this spot. I grew some seeds and they're marigolds. This area gets hot and dry, so I think these will be perfect. These are the white Swan marigolds, and they've done really well. Not the orange ones, it's just these, and these are a really pale yellow color, which I love. I thought I was planting these last year. I'll put the name of the seeds that I planted, but they weren't the right ones. But it's definitely these white Swan, and they do get a little taller. I'll put on the screen how tall they get. But I thought that would be pretty here. I have some bright fuchsia knockout roses, and I think they'll be pretty behind those because that dark pink and then the pale yellow. And then I was gonna put these in the base. This is just blue scaevola. This is the Bondi. I believe this is more of a compact scaevola. We'll see how it does, but I thought 4 here would be really good, just filling the area in, and we'll see how that does. And then just over here, I'm gonna plant up in this little spot right here, these Supertunia Vista Snowdrift. These get pretty big. I'm gonna put one here and probably one here, and to really cover this area. We're having a wedding in our yard in about a month and a half, and this is where they're gonna be standing. So I really wanted to put some white in through here, and I'll probably plant a little something else right in this spot. I'm not sure what. I'll have to think about that. Hey girl. You're supposed to be careful with your shoulder. Girl, she like strained her shoulder, so she's supposed to be calm. Not happening. Look how beautiful this is right now. The back to the Fuchsia Salvia. I just love it so much. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I need to do a garden tour soon. So I need to get all these things planted so I can. And then over here, there's like a hole right here where I just wanted to put something. I had some opalescence phlox here, but it's kind of faded. That's the only one left. I'm gonna plop this in that hole right there. How tall does this get? It gets fairly tall, 14 to 18 inches. I think it'll be fine. When you're standing here, you'll be able to see it. It's not gonna be super tall or anything, but I just wanted something in there, and I love this Gonfrina. Monrovia is my favorite Gonfrina. It's just this really deep purple color, and I just love it. And this, once it's established, it will be drought tolerant. It looks kind of sad right now. It kind of was like this when I bought it, but I picked it up anyway. I think it just got a little frostbite or something. But I'll plant that here, and that will be really pretty in that spot. I think just filling up that hole. That's what's nice about annuals is, you know, I'm still deciding on some perennials, so it's nice to just plop a few annuals in, especially some of my favorites. And then I have some plans for over here. Let's go over that way. Before we head over there, I want to show you this new ground cover. I forgot to talk about this in my ground cover and rose planting video, and it is my favorite. I'll put the name on the screen. I can't remember. It's like Silver Cotullia or something like that, but it is just gorgeous. I wanted some Artemisia here because I love the bright silvery color, but I was looking at some that was quite taller, and I was kind of concerned about it being too tall, so I actually went with this ground cover that I'll show you in a minute, which I also love too. But then after I got that, I saw this, and I definitely had to get it because it's lower to the ground. I think it only gets like 4 inches tall, and that has these cute yellow blooms, and I can see them from inside my house. They're just little tiny dots, and I just absolutely love it so much. Oh, it just makes me so happy looking out here and seeing it, and look how pretty it is with the beads of water on it. Love it. Okay, we won't talk about things too much, but then I have this, and I'll put the name of it. I planted also, and I love like the ferniness look to it, and this is also drought tolerant, as well as this Artemisia one, which is good because I need something like that in this area. So I planted a few there. I definitely want to plop one more right here of this one. Piper, what you doing? Okay, and then over here, I know I've talked about this being my moon garden, and it will be, but this year I am going to add a little bit of color in these little holes through here. And I really love these sun credible yellow sunflowers, and so I am going to plant 3 of those. So I'll do one here, and then probably one here, and like one there. I don't know, I haven't decided. But I'll plant those in there, and then in between each one I have 3. I will do the Senorita Rosalita, and I think this pink color of it is so pretty with the yellow. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. It gets pretty tall, 24 to 48, so I'll probably try to plant a little forward from those. Kind of wish I had one more. Yeah, so they get about 24 to 48 inches. And I think that would be really fun to have in there, just to add a little color, because it gets kind of boring in the summer down there. So I have 3 of those. And these are branching sunflowers, and you literally have to do nothing with them. They just grow. They're happy. They get 24 to 42 inches tall, and they just bloom and bloom and bloom. You don't even have to deadhead. I had one last year, and I absolutely loved it. And they definitely need to get in the ground. They're ready. They've been waiting for way too long. So we're gonna plant those here. So right here, this is kind of a tricky area in my yard. So I knew this year I wanted to try the Surefire White Begonias, because I had such good luck with the Surefire Rose in the front yard, which is facing the same direction. They face north. And with the trees here in the house out front, they're in quite a bit of shade, but then they get kind of blasted with the afternoon shade. So I thought these would be perfect in this area, because these can take both sun to shade, and that's so nice. And they're so pretty. Oops. We'll just look at this one close up. Look how cute the little center is. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. I already have planted a few just dotted throughout there, but I'm going to plant kind of a bigger mass here, and then I'll probably do a mass somewhere in there. Those red flowers will be gone, and all that will be in here are the colored foliage plants, and then a white daisy, just pops of white. So this is going to be pretty simple, which I like, across from that, which is pretty simple. So that's what we're going to do there. I might pop a Gonfrina in there, haven't decided. We'll see where I end up with that, but for now I just stuck that there to see if I wanted to put it there. I might actually plant it here. But I might plant these here because I think they look so pretty by this rock. I don't really like orange rocks, but I think this will kind of soften my rock color. These are so pretty. These are the summer jewel pink salvia. Look how cute those are. A little bit of coral peach that have this white base. How tall do these get? 20 inches tall, so quite tall. I might do the Gonfrina here because I feel like it'll be taller behind this rock. So we'll see. I'll plant this somewhere. You'll see at the end of the video. And then down here, I wanted to plant the Superbina pink cashmere. This is so gorgeous. Love this plant. It does best in like full sun. This will get pretty good sun for the majority of the day, and then shade in the afternoon. But I'm going to put 2 here, 1 here and 1 there in this spot, and it'll kind of fall down these rocks. It'd be really, really pretty. I had some over here by my roses last year, and they were starting to come back, and then we got this heat wave and they didn't make it. And so I'm going to try them again. But my sister's, hers came back and it's already huge, and I was like, dang, I wish mine had come back. So if you're in 7A or 7B or higher, then I'm pretty sure that they can either reseed or just come back. So that's really, really nice. And then I'm just going to pop in this little area here. Some of these zinnias are kind of a orange peach, and I love the color. This reminds me of Filling Willies, this color. That's a nail polish from Essie. I have a nail polish channel for those of you who don't know, and so I love it. Such a pretty color. So I'll do like 3 here and maybe 3 here to just have a little color around this corner. And then up over here, got a lot of things going on. I just want to get these all plopped in today though. Somewhere I'll find a spot for this new Unplugged White. I hadn't planned to grab this, but I saw it and I know it's new this year, and so I wanted to try it out. And I love how the tops of these are silver before they bloom, and then they bloom white, I'm sure, and I'll be curious to see what they look like after they bloom. But I wanted to just give them a try because they're new and they were there. So I got them. And then in this bed here, I failed to mention that I planted some boxwoods in here, and they're dwarf boxwoods, so they're only going to get like 1 to 2 feet. I needed some winter interest in here, so I added those. And then right here I have a Gertrude Jekyll rose and another one here. They were bare roots last year, so they're kind of small. And I thought I'd just pop in this Sun Credible flower, but this is the Saturn, so it's got a little bit of an orange center to it. So I just wanted to add a little color back in here just to draw your eye back a little bit further. I think that's it. We'll have to kind of think about things and lay it out. Let's hurry and see how much I can get done. Let's go. You can get done in 2 hours. And I got quite a bit done, so you can see I'm going for quite a bit of different colors in the yard, which I normally don't do, and it's gonna be kind of fun. So let's start off here. We got this planted. It was a little tricky because this boulder comes like clear back here. There was one little spot that I could tuck this in kind of tight to the daylily,